today's video, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me. If you can't tell by my background, I'm moving, so I'm sorry that it can't be cuter, but I will assure you that when we get into our new house, I will have a cuter background. I also wanted to show you guys how I do my hair, or how I've been doing my hair recently. I actually cut some of the dead ends off, and I've been kind of going through like this whole hair journey of just like being a lot better to my hair. So I really, for my hair, have just been putting in extensions, and like I said, I'm going to go in more depth in another video coming soon, but I've just curled them, and then they can last in this kind of you must watch me die. Ugh. They can last in this kind of curled state for a few days, and then I just recurl them after a few days. So these are Foxy Locks extensions. I think they're actually the longest length that you can do, and I just cut them to more of a realistic kind of length. And I've also applied my moisturizer and my toner and everything. I'm going to go ahead and just give myself a nice little refreshing spritz of rose water. So I like to do the eyes first, but before you start on your eyes, to apply your primer, this is going to allow it to have some time to sink into your skin, and it'll be a lot more effective. It's not going to just be sitting on top of your skin. The primer that I'm using today is the CoverFx Illuminating Primer. For the brows, I'm going to be using this Clean Color retractable eyebrow pencil. This was actually $1. I got it off of shopmissay.com. And what I like to do is just start by underlining my brow and getting the shape figured out. I just kind of go in and fill my natural brow and just go in the shape that it is normally, and just kind of slowly lift off the amount of pressure, so that what we really have now is this, and then you're not going to touch it after that. And then I will use another pencil spoolie and just blend it upwards. This is going to really just even the product out through the brow. I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, and mix the shades Suede and Cocoa together. You want to make sure that you're using a matte eyeshadow when you are doing your brows, so that it, again, looks more natural. Obviously, there's not going to be a lot of shimmer in a natural brow. I'm going to just use my concealer, and I'm going to just kind of apply it all over the and it's also going to be what we use to carve out our brows. It's going to make our brows look a little bit cleaner, and if you like that Instagram brow, this is a good step to do for that. I like to use a beauty sponge and just go over it, and it'll kind of blend that concealer out really quickly. I'm using the shade 13 in the Naked Smokey palette, and I'm just going to put it underneath my brow to make sure that's set, and then also put it all over the lid. This is going to help stop from creasing. It's going to set the eyeshadow, absorb any of the oils in the concealer, and also go ahead and highlight your brow bone for you and your inner tear duct. Now we are going to go in with our transition shade. I'm going to be using the color Sandalwood today from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, and I'm going to use a really fluffy brush so that we can really evenly distribute this color all over. Now, something that I learned from Mario, Kim Kardashian's makeup artist. So by using a deeper concealer shade, it's going to keep the warmness of the eye makeup look instead of washing it out like sometimes a lighter concealer can do. Going back in, layering products, using light layers is really what's going to give you the blend that you want. So I'm going to go back into Sandalwood, our transition shade, and keep these edges blended. I'm using the shade Henna from the Huda Beauty palette to set the inner and outer parts of the concealer. It's going to add a little bit more warmth to this look. I'm going to use the shade 24K or 24 Carat. It's a textured shadow in the Huda Beauty palette. And I'm going to just grab it on my finger and press it onto the center of my lid. I'm going to go in with henna again and using a brush that again is just a little bit more tapered. And clean it up. This will give you kind of a sharper edge, and if you're going to be doing eyeliner or anything like that, then it'll help you. Just tight line my eyes. What this is doing is going up underneath the lashes and pressing the product in between the lashes. And then taking a fluffier brush that comes to a little bit more of a point than the others that we've been using. Really work that into it. It's going to make it a little bit more smoky and give us kind of a softer grunge look. And then I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara while I let my Vegas Nay Fiercely Fabulous lashes get tacky. Grab the lash with tweezers at the base of it so you can really press it in and apply a good amount of pressure to it. So I've got it mixed on the back of my hand. The back of my hand is my little mixing palette, always has been. And I'm going to use this e.l.f. blending brush, Ultimate Blending Brush. I have not been liking to use a lot of product on my brush when I go in. I really like to get it into my brush and buff it into the skin. It gives a lot more of a natural finish. For concealer, I'm going to mix these two. This is the Maybelline Better Skin and then the Maybelline Fit Me. Oops, I used that side. I'm gonna finish it off with this Becca Undereye Brightening Corrector. It's a pinky tone, and I just really love the finish of it and the way that it makes my skin look. For powder, I'm gonna be mixing two. If you guys can't tell, I like to mix things. I'm going to be using the Coty Airspun powder and also the Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder. And this is the banana one. Banana one. I'm going to take this Laura Mercier powder puff and just get both of the powders on there. I like to kind of fold it like this and then just kind of tap it in. I'm gonna grab this, it's actually a face powder, but it's in a darker shade, it's in the shade medium, and I use it on the outer perimeter of my face, and it just kind of starts to give me a direction on where I need to contour. I don't really like to use a really dense brush when I'm doing my contour. I find that it makes it a little bit harder for you to get a natural looking contour. But if you can tell that you contoured wrong. You're not really supposed to be able to, like it's supposed to look like, you know, your cheekbone is just really good. You just have a good cheekbone. We are trying to create a shadow, kind of mocking a shadow in the look. I'm going to turn it sideways for this area of the nose. We're done with the nose contour. My MAC Mineralize Skin Finishing Gold Deposit. It's a really warm shade, and I think this is an amazing color for everyone. If you have deeper skin, you can use it as more of a highlight. But I'm going to use that same brush that I use for my contour and just put it right above the contour. Kind of like where you would put blush if you're doing it on the back part of your cheek. I'm also going to be using this CoverFx Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight. And just put it right here. You kind of have to turn your face weird ways when you're doing your highlight. Now for this eyeshadow, I'm going to use a really kind of flat, compact brush because this is what can mimic your fingers the most, really. So gonna just turn the brush sideways. So we're just highlighting the very tip of the nose. I'm gonna use some rose water. And I like to be, you know, a little extra sometimes, and just makes me feel like a diva, and a diva is a female version of a hustler, so. Where is my sharpener? There it is. Overlining my lips, and this is kind of a really cool toned color, so it's gonna mimic a shadow. Basically, we're contouring our lips with a lip liner. And then do that. You can stay with this lip color, or I have this fabulous lip color that I've been really excited about. So this is from a makeup company called Junia, and it like matches my shirt perf. This is in the shade Bachelorette, and it's their liquid lipstick. It's the perfect fall color, and I really like it. So what I do is I'll begin to apply it, and then I'm going to take off a lot of the excess lip product that's on the doe foot applicator. This actually isn't a doe foot applicator, and I really do like this applicator. It's like a really flat kind of one, so I feel like you can get it evenly and quickly. You can kind of see the metallicness of the eyeshadow a little bit more now. So you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!